I was so obsessed with it. I binge watched in like easily a week or so. Hey Naturally Curly World, I'm Alexandra, and today I'll be doing a watch and go where we wash our hair while we review our favorite series or movie. Today I'll be reviewing All American, which is actually based on a true story about a former NFL football player, Spencer Playsinger. And it's really about his life growing up in South Central LA. And he has a code switch of, his everyday lifestyle, but then attending Beverly Hills High and playing on their football team so he can attend college and have a great future for himself.
Spencer James, Billy Baker, varsity coach, Beverly High.
Beverly Hills, huh?
Yes, sir. I've had my eye on you. You got strong hands. You match up well against single coverage. I need you to come play for me.
Welcome to Beverly Hills.
You're here on an academic permit.
Hey, aren't you some like crazy good football players?
All right, fellas, show me something.
Ooh, that place just isn't who I am. It ain't me.
You decide who you want to be.
We need to get rid of it. Go back to Crenshaw. I'll play with a bunch of guys who don't want me.
You can make something of your life beyond just football.
Football is my dream. I want a life better than the one I've been living. 'Cause I gotta fight for every damn step I take.
I'm asking you to play for something bigger now.
Because when you do, you'll be unstoppable.
Today I'll be using a few of my favorite products, and I'll be started off by washing my hair with the Sasha Pure Healing Shampoo, which I really like because it's a very gentle moisturizing shampoo, which is actually pretty rare nowadays. But it's one of my favorites. And then the Two Girls with Curls conditioner, which is lavender and grapefruit, which smells amazing and is very moisturizing. So I'm gonna go wash my hair and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's get into this plot, y'all, because it's deep. They did a great job of like showcasing, the gang violence, Crenshaw just in general. And speaking of Crenshaw, like right when the series opens, it's literally playing Nipsey Hussle soundtrack in the back, and I just really appreciated that, because that really shows you like they really did their research to really share a very real and raw story that needs to be told. And this was also whenever I saw it, it happened to be like the same week that Nipsey Hussle passed, so it was a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions, but it basically just really placed you in Crenshaw, like you were there, like you were really seeing all this unfold right before your eyes. I am going to rake in one of like my forever holy grails, Kinky Curly Not Today. You can use it as a leave-in, detangler, even like a moisturizer, and it literally works for every single hair type. This is actually based on a true story, and they really did their homework and really made sure that they worked with this NFL football player to be sure that his story was told and it was accurate. So yes, I definitely appreciate them really sharing the real life stories that people experience that isn't always portrayed in the media, such as code switching, family secrets and relationships, racial identity, gang and gun violence. Basically real life things that people really do go through, and it's not a facade. So Spencer James is from South Central LA, which is like the hood, and he is going to an all-white, very prestigious high school in Beverly Hills. So he has to constantly straddle these two very different lifestyles, and to be real, he really doesn't feel accepted in either one of the places, which is interesting because he's from Crenshaw, but whenever he gets to Beverly Hills, his old homeboys are kind of like, nah, you too good for us. We don't want you over here anymore. But then when he gets to Beverly Hills, obviously he's like an oddball, and people just don't really know, about him. They just know where he's from. I'm gonna use next the Oribe styling butter. Now usually I don't use too many butters because they're kind of heavy for my hair, but I've used this one recently and I really like it. I like how this isn't too thick, and honestly, I don't need a ton. So, in the beginning, whenever Spencer first gets to Beverly Hills, it is some tension, it's some drama, it's some mixed emotions, and people really just don't know how to take him just because he's so different than most of all the other students at Beverly High. They really tried to like get him kicked off the team, the teammates, you know, they really push his buttons and really just try to challenge him in different ways on and off the field. But the real tea, the real tea is what happened to your daddy though? Like, how did he just leave? And then towards the end of the series, he pops back up and like wants to be a part of his life again, which is just really weird. I'm gonna use one of my favorites, which is the Camille Rose Curl Maker. And this is super moisturizing and makes my curls pop. His dad disappeared for years, y'all. Like, he was gone from like the time he was 8 till about like 17. He just disappeared on him. So then he comes back in the picture and like wants to be a father again. And that just came out of left field because for the longest, like, Spencer James knew nothing about his father and he just popped back on the scene. Leading up to the end of the series, they definitely kind of leave off on like this cliffhanger of what really happened, why did he leave, and then like who is Spencer's real dad? So I am going to part my hair down the middle, and then I'm going to add a little scalp oil. Next, I will apply the Righteous Roots scalp oil. And then I'll probably even put some on my hand too, just to scrunch out the crunch. With this, you really don't need too much. And you're really just raking it through. Now I'm gonna add a little bit more to my scalp. That's basically All American. I'm eager to see season 2 because I'm trying to figure out what's really going on. So I feel like all the tea is gonna get spilled in season 2, and that's really what I'm waiting on. I would definitely give this like a 9 out of 10. Like I said, they did their homework and their research, and it was very, very thorough, relatable, realistic. And I really appreciate them talking about tough topics on camera. And also too, like, this is a former NFL player sharing his story, sharing his truth, and really reminding people that you can break stereotypes, you can be more than a football player. I'm gonna go ahead and diffuse for about 15 minutes. That is All American. Season 2 will be coming out very soon. Like I said, I'm waiting, I'm eager, and I'm so excited for it to come out. But I'm curious to know if y'all have seen it. If you have, definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments, because I want to know if y'all have seen this or not, because it's been out for a few months, but it just got to Netflix. And that is All American. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.